You can exercise regularly and hit your daily protein goals. But if your diet is low in fiber, your muscles will not grow, especially if you're over the age of 50 or 60. Most people have been told for years that protein is the most important factor for building muscle. This message has been repeated so often that many older adults believe protein alone is enough. But that belief has quietly caused one of the biggest mistakes in senior nutrition. Protein does not build muscle if your body cannot properly absorb and use it, and that process depends heavily on fiber. Many older adults do not realize that most protein-rich foods contain very little fiber or none at all. Chicken breast, eggs, protein shakes, dairy products, and meat provide protein, but without fiber, much of that protein simply moves through the digestive system without ever being fully utilized by the muscles. As we age, digestion becomes less efficient. The gut microbiome changes, stomach acid levels shift, and nutrient absorption slows down. This means that after 50 or 60, the body needs more support to extract nutrients from food. Fiber is what makes that possible. To make matters worse, many seniors believe they are already getting enough fiber because they add a spoon or two of chia seeds to their diet. Chia seeds are often advertised as a complete superfood, leading people to assume that a few tablespoons cover their fiber needs. Unfortunately, this assumption is misleading. The truth is that most adults need between 20 and 38 grams of fiber per day. A single spoon of chia seeds provides only a small portion of that amount. Relying on chia seeds alone leaves a significant fiber gap, and that gap silently blocks muscle growth. In this video, I'm going to show you 2 fiber-rich foods that provide far more fiber than chia seeds, while also delivering key vitamins and minerals that older adults need for muscle repair, strength, and recovery. We'll start with the second best option that's easy to find almost anywhere, and then I'll reveal the most effective one afterward. I'll also explain why certain daily habits may be quietly destroying your muscle gains, no matter how healthy you think your diet is. Let's begin. Fiber plays a critical role in digestion because it feeds beneficial gut bacteria and improves nutrient absorption. When digestion works properly, your body can actually absorb and use the protein you consume. Without fiber, protein passes through the system inefficiently, which means your muscles never receive the building blocks they need. This is why so many older adults feel frustrated. They eat well, exercise, and even take supplements, yet they still lose strength and muscle mass. The missing link is often fiber. One of the most effective fiber-rich foods for older adults is avocado. A medium-sized avocado contains about 10 grams of fiber. By comparison, a teaspoon of chia seeds provides roughly 4 grams. That difference alone is significant, but fiber is only part of the benefit. Avocados also contain nutrients that chia seeds simply cannot match. One of the most important is potassium. A single avocado provides close to 975 milligrams of potassium, which is even more than a banana. Potassium is essential for muscle function. It helps prevent muscle cramps, supports proper muscle contraction, and improves physical performance. Research has shown that older adults who consume adequate potassium along with protein maintain muscle mass more effectively than those who focus on protein alone. Avocados are also rich in vitamin K, folate, and healthy monounsaturated fats. These nutrients work together to support muscle protein synthesis and reduce inflammation in aging muscle tissue. Chronic inflammation is one of the major contributors to muscle loss after 60, and avocados help counter that process. Historically, avocados were valued by ancient Central American cultures as a strength-supporting food. Warriors who consumed them regularly were known for endurance and physical resilience well into later life. While modern science explains these benefits differently today, the results were observed long before scientific studies existed. However, it's important to understand one thing clearly. Avocados are powerful, but they are not a magic solution on their own.
certain habits can completely block their benefits. Even if you eat avocados every day, these habits can prevent muscle growth. I'll explain exactly what those habits are later in this video. To get the most benefit from avocados, timing and preparation matter. For breakfast, mash half an avocado onto whole grain toast and add a boiled or poached egg. This combination provides fiber, protein, and healthy fats to start the day. At lunch, slice a full avocado into a grilled chicken salad with leafy greens. Adding seeds or mixed greens further improves nutrient absorption. For dinner, blend avocado with garlic, lemon juice, and herbs to create a creamy sauce. Serve it over whole grain pasta with grilled fish. This meal supports muscle recovery and reduces inflammation overnight. These simple preparations help you meet daily fiber needs while supporting muscle strength. But relying on avocados alone may not produce noticeable results. To see real improvement, avocados need to be paired with another fiber-rich food that provides additional energy and micronutrients. That brings us to the most effective fiber source for older adults: sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes contain around 12 grams of fiber per medium-sized serving, surpassing both chia seeds and avocados. But fiber alone is not what makes sweet potatoes so effective. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates that fuel physical activity and replenish muscle glycogen after movement. Many older adults avoid carbohydrates, believing they cause weight gain. In reality, muscles require carbohydrates for energy and repair. Sweet potatoes are also rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. They contain magnesium and vitamin C as well. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and recovery, helping prevent painful cramps that limit activity. Vitamin C strengthens connective tissue and supports collagen production, reducing injury risk. Studies show that older adults who include complex carbohydrates and micronutrients along with protein recover faster and maintain more strength than those who focus only on protein and fiber. In certain long-living populations, such as older communities in Japan, sweet potatoes were a daily staple for generations. These individuals maintained muscle strength and mobility far longer than neighboring populations. Their vitality was linked to steady energy, healthy digestion, and reduced inflammation. You can include sweet potatoes throughout the day in simple ways. In the morning, roast sweet potato slices until lightly crisp and top them with mashed avocado and eggs. This creates a fiber-rich breakfast that supports muscle energy. At lunch, cube baked sweet potatoes and add them to a grain bowl with beans, avocado, and a light dressing. For dinner, prepare a hearty sweet potato and lentil stew with vegetables. Adding avocado on the side further improves nutrient absorption. Avocados provide healthy fats and potassium for muscle contraction, while sweet potatoes supply the carbohydrates and magnesium muscles need for energy and repair. Together, they work as a team to rebuild muscle from the inside out. But here's the truth most people don't expect. Even if you eat these foods every day, your muscles still won't grow if you continue making certain daily mistakes. The next habit I'll explain is extremely common, and most people have no idea how damaging it is. In fact, there's a strong chance you're doing it right now. Even if you eat the right foods, muscle growth can still fail if certain daily habits are working against you. These habits quietly damage digestion, disrupt hormone balance, and prevent your body from using fiber and protein properly. Most people have no idea they're doing them. After reviewing countless studies on aging and nutrition and observing hundreds of older adults who struggled to build muscle despite eating well, I identified 5 daily habits that must be eliminated if you want your body to actually use fiber for muscle growth. The first habit you need to address is not getting enough sleep. Many people underestimate how critical sleep is for muscle repair, especially after the age of 50 or 60. Your body produces most of its growth hormone during deep sleep. This hormone is essential for repairing muscle tissue and maintaining strength. When you sleep fewer than 7 hours per night, growth hormone production drops. At the same time, cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, rises. Cortisol actively breaks down muscle tissue and prevents recovery. Even if you eat perfectly and exercise regularly, poor sleep can completely block progress. Research shows that older adults who sleep fewer than 6 hours per night experience up to 30% less muscle protein synthesis compared to those who get adequate rest. I once worked with a 67-year-old man named Sam. He ate well, followed all fiber recommendations, and exercised consistently, but saw no improvement in muscle strength. After talking with him, I discovered he was sleeping only 4 to 5 hours per night due to stress. Once his sleep improved, the change was dramatic. Within 3 months, Sam went from struggling with light weights to noticeable muscle definition in his arms and legs. His energy improved, and he finally saw results from his efforts. To improve sleep, establish a consistent bedtime routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid screens and bright lights at least 1 hour before sleep. Instead, read, stretch lightly, or engage in calming activities that signal your body it's time to rest. The second habit that blocks muscle growth is smoking. When you smoke, nicotine constricts blood vessels, reducing oxygen and nutrient delivery to muscle tissue. This means that even if you eat fiber-rich foods like avocados and sweet potatoes, the nutrients never fully reach your muscles. Smoking also increases inflammation throughout the body and depletes vitamin C and antioxidants that are critical for muscle repair and collagen production. Studies show that older adults who smoke lose muscle mass up to 40% faster than non-smokers, even when their diets are otherwise healthy. I once worked with a 62-year-old man named Robert who had smoked for over 30 years. He ate well and stayed active, but constantly felt weak and sore. After he finally quit smoking, the transformation was remarkable. Within a year, he gained visible muscle mass, his endurance improved, and he felt decades younger. He went from struggling on stairs to walking with his grandchildren every weekend. If quitting feels overwhelming, replace the habit gradually. When cravings hit, drink water, take a short walk, or seek support from a smoking cessation program. Accountability makes a significant difference. The third habit you must stop is consuming caffeine on an empty stomach. Drinking coffee first thing in the morning without eating causes a sharp spike in cortisol. When cortisol rises while the body is fasting, muscle tissue is broken down for energy instead of being preserved. Caffeine also increases stomach acid production, which can damage the gut lining over time. This reduces your ability to absorb fiber, vitamins, and minerals later in the day, even if you eat healthy meals afterward. Research shows that older adults who consume caffeine on an empty stomach experience reduced nutrient absorption and prolonged cortisol elevation, which accelerates muscle loss and increases abdominal fat storage. I once worked with a 58-year-old woman named Linda who drank 2 cups of black coffee every morning before eating. She exercised, ate fiber-rich foods, and slept well, yet couldn't build muscle and constantly felt bloated and tired. Once she stopped drinking coffee on an empty stomach and switched to gentler morning beverages, her energy stabilized and muscle tone gradually returned. Instead of coffee, start your morning with warm water mixed with apple cider vinegar, cucumber slices, and lemon juice. Ginger tea is another excellent option that supports digestion without raising cortisol. Warm lemon water with a pinch of turmeric also reduces inflammation and prepares the gut for nutrient absorption. The fourth habit that sabotages muscle growth is regular alcohol consumption, especially in the evening. Even 1 or 2 drinks with dinner can interfere with muscle repair. Alcohol dehydrates muscles, disrupts protein synthesis, and interferes with deep sleep cycles where recovery occurs. It also depletes B vitamins needed to convert fiber and nutrients into usable energy. Studies show that older adults who drink alcohol 3 or more times per week experience up to 25% slower muscle recovery compared to those who limit intake. I once worked with a 65-year-old man named George who drank 2 glasses of red wine every evening, believing it was heart healthy. Despite eating well and exercising, he couldn't gain strength. After reducing alcohol to once or twice a week, his muscle mass increased, sleep improved, and energy levels rose significantly within months.
If you enjoy an evening ritual, replace alcohol with calming herbal teas such as chamomile or passion flower, which support relaxation without disrupting muscle recovery. The 5th and final habit to eliminate is eating large meals late at night. When you eat heavy meals close to bedtime, your body is forced to focus on digestion instead of muscle repair. This raises body temperature, disrupts deep sleep, and triggers cortisol release. Late-night eating also causes blood sugar spikes that further break down muscle tissue. Studies show that older adults who eat their final meal at least 3 hours before bed experience up to 40% better muscle recovery and improved sleep quality. I once worked with a 61-year-old woman named Patricia who struggled with muscle loss and poor sleep. She ate dinner around 9 p.m. and went to bed shortly afterward. Once she moved dinner to earlier in the evening and chose lighter snacks if needed, her sleep improved dramatically and muscle tone returned within weeks. Aim to eat your final substantial meal 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. If you feel hungry later, choose light snacks such as a small handful of almonds or a piece of fruit. Now that you understand the 5 habits silently destroying muscle growth, I want to ask you something. Which of these habits were you doing without realizing it? Leave a comment and let me know. I read every single one. If you're serious about finally building and protecting muscle strength at your age, I've created something specifically for you. My 30-day muscle support meal plan includes over 90 fiber-rich, nutrient-dense recipes designed to support strength, recovery, and digestion. You can find the link in the pinned comment or description below. And tomorrow, I'll reveal a simple technique that has been shown to increase muscle activation without a single exercise. This information is shared first with subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss it. Trust me, this one will surprise you. I'll see you tomorrow.